Good morning, students. This is Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in the Department of EEE, Chebrolu Engineering College, Lecturer 10, Unit 1, Topic Electric Field Intensity due to Charged Circular Ring and Electric Field Intensity due to Infinite Sheet of Charge. In this video, I would like to discuss about the electric field due to charged circular ring. In the last session, we discussed about the electric field due to line charge distribution, that is infinite line charge distribution. So, in this section, we discuss about the electric field due to charged circular ring. So, let us consider a charged circular ring of radius r is placed in a xy plane having an origin at the center of the circular ring, and it carries a charge uniformly throughout the circular ring. Now the charge density in this case is taken as rho L. Rho L means linear charge density. Now, due to circular charge, here we assume a point P which is at a perpendicular distance Z from the ring, that is shown in this figure. So, when you observe the figure, this is a circular ring having radius r. Now this circular ring is along x and y plane. Now we have to calculate the electric field at the point P, which is at a distance z from the origin, and this origin is at the center of the circular ring also. Now we have to find the electric field intensity at the point P due to this circular ring. That is our aim. Now for this we have to assume a smallest length, that is a differential length dl of the ring, and the charge occupying on this differential length is assumed as dq. According to definition of line charge distribution, dq is equal to formula rho L dl. Now corresponding electric field on this charge, that is on this charge dq, is dE bar is equal to rho L dl by 4 pi epsilon naught r square a r bar. Here r is the distance of the point and to the differential length, and a r bar is the unit vector towards the radius, that means towards the origin, and z is the distance between point P and to the origin, or it is also center of the circular ring. Now here we have to take a cylindrical coordinate system for this case. So for a cylindrical coordinate system, dl value, that means length, that is dl value is taken as a r d phi. Why? Because here for a dl it moving at an angle phi direction. So the dl value, that means the smallest length in a cylindrical coordinate system, is represented by r d phi. That means whatever the formula, that is dq is equal to rho L dl, we have to replace the dl value by r d phi. Why? Because dl is the formula or the value we have to change into cylindrical coordinate system. for a cylindrical coordinate system, the dl value is equal to r d phi. So we have to substitute this value in this dq equation. So dq value is r d phi into rho l. And next, r square is equal to small r square plus z square. So when you observe this figure, this is a right angle triangle. So r is a hypotenuse. So from the right angle triangular theorem, r square value is equal to side square plus side square. So that's why here capital R square value is equal to small r square and z square. Now to obtain the r bar vector, so we have know the coordinate points corresponding components in a cylindrical system also. So when you observe this diagram, the direction of r bar is towards origin. So that means it is radially inwards. So that's why the direction is negative. So the unit vector is indicated by the letter minus AR, and the distance r in the direction of minus AR. That means here the vector along r direction, or the component along r direction, is represented by r AR bar. Similarly, the component of along z direction is indicated by the vector z AZ bar. That means this is the vector AZ bar. Now P has a components only z, that means 0, 0, z, and dl has vectors 0, r, 0. So the unit vector AZ is equal to z AZ bar, and the unit vector AR is generally r AR bar, but it direction is due to opposite in direction. So we have to use negative sign here. So therefore the resultant of r bar is sum of these two vectors. So that's why r bar is equal to, so r bar is equal to minus r AR bar plus z AZ bar. That means for a r bar vector we have to calculate the vector and also magnitude. Now according to definition of dE bar is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square AR bar. Now substitute the values here. So we have to know dq value is equal to rho l dl 4 pi epsilon naught as usual, and r square value is square root of r square plus z square whole square, and unit vector value is minus r AR bar plus z AZ bar square root of r square plus z square. Here an important note is determination of vector r bar. So for the determination of vector r bar, we have to take coordinate points of P and coordinate points of DL. Here the coordinate points of P is 0, 0, z, and coordinate point for DL is 0, r, 0. Here the important note is the direction of AR bar is towards R direction. So for this purpose here we take a negative sign, that is a minus AR bar. Now the resultant of R bar is sum of these two vectors. So the vector OP is ZAZ bar, the vector ODL is minus RAR. Now the resultant is sum of these two vectors. Finally we get the value of R bar is minus r AR bar plus Z AZ bar, and magnitude of this value is the square root of r square plus z square. Now these are all values, and the dq value is also substituted in the equation dE, then we get this answer. But we have to calculate the electric field intensity total, that means entire circular ring. So here what is the electric field intensity at the point P is splits into two components, that is radially component, that means along r direction, and along z direction also. So when you observe this figure here, the components along radial components are symmetrically cancelling each other. That means it has only components along z. So we have to take the z. What are the component of electric field along z is only we have to take. So that means, so here in this formula we have to remove the radial components. That means we have to neglect the radial components. Why? Because the radial component of electric field at point will be symmetrically placed in the plane parallel to the xy plane, and they are cancelled to each other. Hence, what are the components along r, that is radial components AR bar, is simply neglected. That means in this equation we have to remove the minus r AR bar value. So by removing, we have only z components are there. So the formula, the expression for dE bar is equal to rho L r d phi 4 pi epsilon naught r square whole power 3 by 2 z AZ bar. So here the variable in this expression is phi. So it is a cylindrical coordinate system. We have already know the limits of phi is 0 to 2 pi. Now to get the total electric field at the point P due to circular ring, we have to integrate on both sides this equation. Now by integration this equation, integral dE becomes to capital E, and this integration with respect to pi having limits 0 to 2 pi. Now due to integrate with respect to phi, all the remaining terms are taken as a constant. Now just the constants are right here. We have to apply integration only for d phi. So for integration of d phi is phi with the limits 0 and 2 pi, and the remaining all the values are taken to be constant. Now they just write constant values, that means rho L r by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2 z AZ bar. Now by applying limits to the phi 0 to 2 pi, that means 2 pi minus 0. So here there is a denominator 4 pi. By cancelling the 2 pi by 4 pi, we get the 2 answer. Now this is the final expression in the case of electric field intensity due to circular ring. E bar is equal to rho L r z by 2 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2 AZ bar. Now in place of z we have to use r also. That means here r is the radius of the ring and z is the perpendicular distance of the point P from the ring along the axis of the ring. The meaning of axis of the ring is it is an imaginary line which passes through the center of the ring. So that is called axis of the ring. So the electric field at point P 0, 0, z due to circular ring of radius r placed in xy plane. So this is the expression for electric field intensity due to circular ring. And the next concept is electric field intensity due to infinite of charge. So here it is the sheet of charge. Now it is along xy plane, that means z component is equal to 0. Now inside the sheet, let us imagine a differential surface having a differential charge dq. Now a point P along the z axis. Now we have to calculate the electric field intensity at the point P due to this infinite sheet of charge. So this point P is at a distance capital R from the surface. Now we have to calculate the electric field intensity at the point P. Now we have to take a cylindrical coordinate system in this case also. So for a cylindrical coordinate system, the surface area along the z direction is equal to r dr d phi. Why? Because surface area means it has two variables, length and breadth. So simply length is equal to r d phi and the breadth is equal to dr. So the surface area according to cylindrical coordinate system along z direction is equal to r dr d phi. Now the charge according to surface charge distribution formula, the charge on the differential surface is indicated by the letter dq. Now the formula for surface charge distribution, dq is equal to rho s ds. Here rho s is surface charge density, and we have already discussed the surface area in this case, that is equal to r dr d phi. Why? Because we have to take cylindrical coordinate system. For a cylindrical coordinate system, surface area for a xy plane, that means along z direction, is equal to r dr d phi. Now what is the electric field intensity due to this smallest charge on the differential surface ds at point P is equal to dE bar dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square ar bar. So we have to, first of all, we have to find the values of dq, ar bar and r square values. Already we have know the value of dq, that is rho s r dr d phi. So here hence we have to find the values of ar bar and r. So first of all, what is ar bar, where it is placed? Let us discuss in this picture. When you observe the picture, here r is the distance between point P and to the smallest surface area, and ar is the along the direction of r vector. Now we have to calculate the, first of all, vector notation of r bar, and by using this vector notation of r bar, we have easily find the unit vector ar bar. So here r bar vector, this is a figure. By using this figure, we have to find the value of r bar. Now the vector along P direction is z bar, and the vector along this dq charge is minus ar r bar. Here the radial component is towards the origin, so that's why the resultant, to find the resultant of r bar, here we have to take the negative value, negative sign. The negative sign means this unit vector is towards the origin. Now by adding these two components we get the resultant vector. So the two components are along r direction, that is radial component r along minus ar bar is minus r ar, and the component z along az is z az bar. Now by adding these two components we have to get the value of r bar. So the sum of these two vectors, that is minus r ar bar plus z az bar. So this is the vector notation of r bar, and the magnitude of this vector is equal to square root of r square plus z square. According to definition of unit vector ar bar, that is r bar by mod of r bar. Now substitute the r bar value here, that is minus r ar bar plus z az bar by square root of r square plus z square. So this is the sheet along x and y plane and perpendicular to the z plane. Here rho s is a surface charge density. So for an infinite sheet in xy plane, r varies from 0 to infinity, while phi varies from 0 to 2 pi. Now as there is a symmetry along the z axis from all radial directions, that means all ar components of er bar are going to cancel to each other. That means it has no electric field component along radial direction. Hence while integrating the dE bar, we did not consider the ar components. That means due to cancellation of ar vector, simply we neglect that ar components. So that's why we have to take only z components. And one more thing, here we have to taken is surface charge. So for a surface charge, it has two variables. So that's why we have to integrate two times. The two variables are r and phi. So integrate the electric field intensity by two times. So one is r is equal to 0 to infinity, and phi is equal to 0 to 2 pi. So this is the expression for electric field intensity. Here the important note is we neglect the ar components, only we have to write the az components. That's why here there is only z az bar term. Now let r square plus z square is equal to u square. Then by differentiating on both sides, here z is assuming as a constant. So r square differentiation is 2r dr, and z square component is taken as a 0, and the u square differentiation is 2u du. Now for r is equal to 0, substitute here, then u square is equal to z square. That means u value is equal to z. Similarly, substitute the r is equal to infinity in this case. That means infinity square plus z square. By adding any term into infinity, its value is also equal to infinity. So u square value is infinity, then u value is also equal to infinity. That means here we changing the limits. Why? Because to remove the r square and z square to u square, so simply the limits are changed here. For r is equal to 0 to infinity, it changes to u is equal to z to infinity. Now integrating with respect to u is equal to z to infinity here. rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant, just write as it is. Now here r dr, so the meaning of r dr is u du, so substitute here u du, and d phi is written as the same, zdaz is also written as the same. In the denominator, r square plus z square replaced by u square, so u square whole power 3 by 2. So here the important point is replacement of r dr by u du. Why? Because here we assumed r square plus z square is equal to u square. By differentiating on both sides, here z is considered as a constant. Differentiation of constant is equal to 0. R square differentiation is 2r dr. U square differentiation is 2u du. Now in this above equation, substitute r is equal to 0. That means 0 square plus z square, that is z square is equal to u square. By cancelling the squares on both sides, u is equal to z. Similarly, substitute r is equal to infinity in this equation. Infinitive square plus z square. Addition of any number to infinity square, that value is also equal to infinitive square. So infinitive square is equal to u square and u is equal to infinity. Now by changing r is equal to 0 to infinity value by u is equal to z to infinity, and also changes the r dr value by u du value, r square plus z square value by u square. So this is the expression for electric field intensity. But still we have to apply the integrations, then we get the final expression for electric field intensity in the case of infinite sheet of charge. Now first we apply the integration u. In this case, whenever we apply the integral for a u term, we have to take only u terms. That means the remaining all the terms should be taken as a constant. So integral 1 by u square value is minus 1 by u, and the limits are z to infinity. So this value is equal to 1 by minus 1 by u. So minus 1 by u means substitute the infinity value, minus 1 by infinity, minus of minus 1 by, substitute the u is equal to z value here. And also we apply the phi value for d phi. That means whenever you apply the integration for a phi, the remaining all the terms you have to take the constant. So integration d phi is equal to phi, and apply the limits 0 and 2 pi. So 0 and 2 pi, apply the limits to phi, this value is equal to 2 pi. Here minus 1 by infinity, minus into minus plus 1 by z, and this value is equal to 1. So finally we get the rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here there is a z value. By cancelling the z, denominator and numerator. Why? Because here 1 by infinity means 0, minus of minus plus, that is 1 by z. By cancelling z and z here, so there is only rho s 4 pi epsilon naught 2 pi az bar. Again there is a cancellation. In the denominator there is a 4 pi and the numerator there is a 2 pi. By cancellation we get the electric field intensity E bar is equal to rho s 2 epsilon naught an bar, and the units of electric field intensity is volt per meter, where an bar is the direction of normal to the surface charge. Thus for the points below xy plane, so above the xy plane we have to take az bar. If the point is below the xy plane, that is a negative z axis, so for the negative z axis, the negative z axis component is taken as minus az bar. Hence the electric field intensity value is equal to minus rho s by 2 epsilon naught az bar. So this is the electric field intensity for an infinite sheet of charge where the point lies below the xy plane, that means negative z axis. So this is the expression for electric field intensity in case of circular ring, also we discuss in this session, and also infinite sheet of ring. So these electric field intensity calculations are all based on the Coulomb's law. Why? Because the expression for electric field intensity is derived from Coulomb's law. That means these are all are taken as the Coulomb's law applications also. Whenever in the examination point of view, when they ask write any applications of Coulomb's law, you have to take any one example. That means you have to write the expression for electric field intensity due to a line charge, or electric field intensity due to a circular ring, electric field intensity due to an infinite sheet of charge. That means these are all the applications of Coulomb's law. Why? Because here the electric field intensity expression or the equation is derived from Coulomb's law. That's why these are all the applications belongs to Coulomb's law. So that is the importance of this session. Thank you.